I'm glad to be reading this while I was doing the boring stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm ready to keep going.
Well, you're LPing with a professional.
Yeah,
man.
you are. Sensei.
Just in time to start the counter. It's a breath. I'll let it slip. That's one.
Another?
I'm sorry. This is all my fault. You're sweet. You know that? You take care. Gabrielle?
Aya, can you hear me? Approach with caution.
13, 14.
Of course, sir.
Life exists beyond death.
16. 17. 18. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. That was unbelievable! That was insane! What the fuck is this game, dude? Holy shit! Come on! Is that real? Are we seriously doing this? Oh my god! Like, we get it! We get it! You want hard dicks! Like, we're trying to get your dick hard. Just making the poor girl moan instead of saying things? What are you doing?
You're no match for them right now. Overdrive.
Oh, you...
I'm escaping from my guys.
And just letting everyone get killed.
Yeah, I'm sacrificing them for my survival.
That is the worst I have ever seen it. I have never seen it that bad. Like, sometimes fighting games will have, like, barks and they'll have yeah, barks that are like sus, you know what I mean? Like, and like it'll be just a little bit like and you're like, all right, you're doing your thing, you know. But it's not like every 30 seconds, man. Like the entire last half of that cutscene, she did nothing but heavy breathe and go.
She did more than when I play.
Like, I feel like, who is the voice actor? Like, I feel almost bad, you know? Like, could you imagine them?
She probably just did like 4 or 5, and it just
Yeah,
them,
right? I bet you that's what happened. But I feel bad in the sense that I'm like, if she wasn't, she was probably told to just like record like 5 or 6.
What the fuck? Where am I supposed to go? Oh.
You check the map?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. It's like, wait, you know, I can talk, I can say things. No. Just breathe. And then inhale sharply. You know the noise we want to hear. Here's some research material. Listen to this for a while. Like, I remember when we were talking to Guy Sihi on the podcast, and he was describing how weird it was working with Konami, and like how like they wanted the sound of English voice actors, but they wanted them delivered with Japanese cadence.
Oh yeah.
And that explains a lot of like stilted, awkward writing, and sometimes stilted, awkward takes in certain games are the result of like a Japanese voice director kind of like not being a native speaker, but like wanting to have a certain sound. Weird. Okay. Yeah, he was already on the ladder. No, I get it.
Yeah.
And so as a result, you get these weird moments of like, if this was a Japanese person speaking, it might sound a bit more natural because of just how the language works. But in English, we just don't speak this way.
I know.
You know? And now you fucking have like someone being told in a scene like that to just keep breathing. Just keep breathing. And it's like, okay, so you see the body and you get sad, and then just go, and then something appears in front of you, and then how do you react? So you're like, oh, do I say, oh my God, what is that? No. Do I say, holy shit? No. Do I say, oh. Yeah, okay, a bit more like that, but higher pitched. Okay, more breathy, sharper. Okay, a little bit less. Can we just cut some porn into it? Just get some fucking porn in there as a placeholder. We have like 8 porn clips .wave. Just play porn for .wave and then loop it. Like, nailed it. But that wasn't me. That was actually just porn5.wave. Nailed it.
You know, you should not have that made that sound. I bet somebody's gonna record you.
Oh, it's too late.
Too late. This
Also,
happen.
Also, guess what, Min?
Yeah.
We've been making the joke for years that, audio blackmail, don't make that noise. Someone's gonna use that, and no one's done shit. All right? We joked about Zone using our voice in some way. We've joked about all kinds of bullshit. The things we've said over the years, guess what? LOL, someone's gonna fucking, no one's done shit, Min. Nothing comes from it. I can say the most incriminating shit ever, and nothing would happen because everyone's too much of a fucking coward to actually use my voice out of context in compromising positions. Now I've kind of fucked myself. Now that I've...
It sounded like, is that a challenge? Challenge accepted.
Now that I've pointed out that no one has done it, I've actually kind of possibly fucked myself, yes. Now I'm in trouble for real. My social insurance number is, yeah. Attention, 3rd birthday gamers. Aya needs your help to deal with the Twisted. Her mitochondria is now legally questionable and possibly removed from her memories. In order to help her, send your parents' credit card number and with the
You're doing the voiceover, Peter?
with the security number on the back and date to this email address.
Do it now or forever.
Or Aya will not survive.
But no, like back to what you were saying about like English voice actor doing Japanese stuff. It's because like, you know, in Japanese have a lot of expression that is not into words, just like the and things like that, right? It means something. Those are actual like words, but not words.
Yeah. Like when you're getting mad and you're going, like that's a thing. You know, like lots of weird barks basically, you know, and some of them come from actual words, like when you're hearing someone like the famous Link line where he's like, oh, you're actually in a new area now, you're outside, cool. When you're hearing Link go like right, that's actually just like the sound for getting hurt is ite. So you're hearing someone say that very fast over and over and over again. Says Woolie the Weed. But either way, it's just when it comes to dialogue.
Wait, hold on a second. Ite means it hurts. I'm hurt.
Ite.
Not itai. Itai.
Itai. Yeah, same thing. It's a different conjugation.
Okay.
But you're effectively conjugating the same word.
Okay.
But the idea is that like if you think about voice actors in anime, for example, right? You will oftentimes see 2 forms of line delivery in quality, right? And it depends on what you're seeing on the screen. If you're seeing mouth flaps that the actors have to match, it'll be very often weird, stilted, and awkward. And if the characters are facing their back to you / off camera,
then you can do it whatever.
It sounds way more natural.
Yeah. You know, like a lot of time in the dubbing, in the English dubbing, is that In the original Japanese, you see the back of the character, they don't say anything. But in dubbing, they say a lot of fucking
Because
things.
that's when
Yeah.
you can actually act and sound normal. The moment you see the back of the character's head or they're off camera, you're great. You're golden. You can say whatever you need to. You don't have to comply with the mouth flaps, which are not being edited or anything, you know, and ultimately are just confining you to have these moments of like, hey, wait, get back here. What are you doing? You know, like the weird, like, oh, I didn't mean anything, but what did you mean by that? And like there, you just have to really quickly say things, and then, like, it's just completely unnatural, you know? And it's why, like, anime dubbing for a while was just kind of garbage, and it takes a whole other skill set to learn how to not only act and deliver lines in a really good way, but to also do it despite the limitations of how fast you can say each syllable.
But now they perfected it. They're pretty good at.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, look at
after many years.
I mean, we talked about Persona for a second earlier.
Uh-huh.
Persona has fucking impeccable voice acting, right? Like, it stands out as a really great example of like, yo, these people deliver these lines very well, very, very, very well. They're lucky enough that like portraits pop up and just let you say whatever you need to when the portrait's there. It's a video game, so you don't have to worry about like mouth flaps. But a lot of the same voice actors in things where they do have to worry about mouth flaps can't deliver as convincing a performance. It kind of sucks, you know? But that's a completely separate problem from a non-native speaker being the voice director that's calling for takes that sound weird.
Oh no.
The other example I think I talked about when we were playing through the Tekken story mode, right? And I don't know if you remember how that plays out.
I think everyone speak their own native language.
Oh, not that. So in Tekken's awesome because, yeah. What is the Reaper?
Watch it.
The what?
What's the Reaper?
Prowl.
The Reaper is the enemy that I cannot kill right now. So,
Oh, the thing you were running from?
yes.
Okay.
He has this music too. That's his theme song. His theme music.
Theme of the Reaper.
The Reaper.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess I was gonna also say that, like, previous monsters were usually kind of based on either a gooping, bubbling human being or some other type of animal, right? What are these things based on?
Hold on, I'm a.
Are we still looking at animals that have evolved into nasty shit? Or are we looking at something else entirely? Because they look like aliens. We'll find out.
What are you talking about? Sorry.
The monsters,
These
the
ones?
things you're shooting right now.
They're twisted.
Yes.
You think they're
I'm just, what I'm
Okay.
saying is that the things you killed in Peeve 1 and 2 were generally morphed weird animals.
I get it. Okay, so you're wondering what kind of a monster are they? Are they from human that morph, or animals or morph,
Or neither.
or neither, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you will find out.
Okay,
Later.
all right. So yeah, I was pointing out the fact that in Tekken, the story mode plays out a lot like Ace Combat, where there's a narrator and he's delivering everything
Mike,
in
The journalist, right?
the journalist.
Mm.
Overly sincere, but extremely calm, almost boring and monotonous delivery of lines. I looked into the history of the Mishima Zaibatsu. To my surprise, Heihachi had been in hiding for years and had turned against his son Kazuya. But the truth was with Heihachi's wife. I remember the day that I met Heihachi.
It's okay. We get it.
It was so fucking weird. And the guy who read that out, the guy who did those lines, basically said, yeah, they told me to do it this way. And I literally offered to read it in a much more believable manner. And they said, no, we want it to
like
sound
this.
like this.
Oh wow.
So we're looking once again at the lens of a language through the ears of a non-native speaker that is hearing something that sounds correct in Japanese by tone and cadence, but doesn't sound correct to anyone who speaks English.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, or at the very least, it sounds like English. It's delivered in the weirdest tone. Human beings don't exactly sound
So
that
no
way.
one speaks slowly like that.
Yeah. And you know, to some degree, I mean, another topic that has come up over time is about how movies and TV and film and media are also delivered in their own language. Like, we notice dialogue when it's really well done in certain directors' films. Tarantino and Joss Whedon, you know, known for their really good dialogue scenes because...
Yeah.
Hold on a second. This song sounds...
That's the theme song of this bus. It was the same music from at the concert.
Okay, I'm like, yeah, all right. Why is it ringing a bell? So you end up hearing... fuck, what was I saying?
You're talking about John Will.
Yeah, that's it, sorry. So, like, whenever these directors that are noted for their dialogue a lot of the time, it's because they write out dialogue that sounds like a bunch of people being real people in a room talking, you know? When was the last time that you were talking to someone, right? And then you walked away from them, and then stopped, and then said something dramatic with your back turned to them before you walked away?
A frontal attack is just
Never.
going to get you killed.
Or they did it to you
Aim for the front legs
and then
stop
turned
it.
their head slightly to say, hey Min,
Everything
don't forget.
has a weakness.
I'm here for you. And then kept walking away, and you kind of turn around to look as they walk into the distance. When's the last time that happened in your life?
Never.
When's the last time you put your hand on someone's shoulder and looked them in the eye and went, hey, I'm here. Look at me.
I mean,
I'm here for
to be fair, I've never had a situation where I had to be there for somebody else.
Okay. Right?
But yeah, you're right. You know,
When's the
those are
last
dramatic-
time in the middle of a
dramatic-
conversation you stopped speaking to look away into the distance, wistfully recognize something, and then turn back and say, you know, one time when I was 4, I remember my dad was taking me to Disney World, and I was always really excited to go see Beauty and the
Go
Beast.
to where you can find a clear view.
And then you go into some fucking story that has a punchline that is relevant to the topic at hand, that thematically explains why what you're doing in this moment is relevant to a life lesson that you learned back then. When's the last time you did that?
Never, man.
Never. This happens all the time in movies and all the time in anime. And it's completely nonsense. It's not the way humans communicate, but we're so used to seeing it in all of our stories that we interpret it as normal because it's a signal that's emulating something we've seen other movies and other anime and other films and other media use to communicate these points.
Yeah.
So when someone writes a story I'm using Western media and Eastern media because they're both have the same issue. But when someone tells a story, they put it through the lens of the genre, which automatically makes these scenes play out in a way that is not like real life. Which is why people notice when things are like real life and they praise them for it. We're extra guilty of like just getting not guilty, but it's just we get used to bullshit, you know? So until someone actually points out like sort of a little bit of the weirdness in these things, you go through a lot of shows and series and moments in anime where you're like, yeah, that's just normal, right? That rival is gonna walk away from the smart guy is gonna put up his glasses, and then the reflection of the light is gonna shine, and then he's gonna say something witty, or the main character is after he gets super pissed off because someone important to him has either gotten hurt or possibly is about to die. The main character stands up but suddenly we can't see their eyes because the shadow is blocking.
The shadow, random shadow.
The shadow,
everywhere.
convenient shadow is blocking their eyes as they say, hey, you know what, villain? I never had any friends and no one believed in me. But the person you just hurt was the first person in my life that taught me to believe in myself. And I'm not gonna let you hurt them anymore.
Because you're my friend.
You are my Nakama. Fuck you, Sasuke. You son of a bitch. Shoutouts to Pro ZD. I think we get the point.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. You know the language, right? When the eyes are suddenly invisible, you know what that
watch,
means
the
before you
movie,
even see it.
Shazam.
Yeah, I have.
So a tiny bit of spoilers, just for a joke.
You're gonna spoil Shazam?
Just a joke.
Okay, well, you should stop listening if you care about Shazam spoilers for the next 60 seconds.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, a lot of times where in these anime or movies, they talk, but they are far away from each other,
Yeah.
and you can hear each other, right?
Yeah.
Shazam made the joke about that around that,
That was
right?
exactly. That was well done. I admit. And we've seen enough superhero movies that you can now actually make a joke like that and people will get it. I was watching something, for example, like the last episode of Game of Thrones. And it's not a spoiler, it's just there's a scene where a character is standing on top of a stairway and delivering a speech orally with no amplified anything or people repeating her message. She's just talking out to a crowd, and people about a mile away
They couldn't hear.
can hear exactly what she's saying.
Yes.
And she's talking with basically slightly louder than indoor voice. Not even yelling, just having a cadence of, you are here and I was there. And everyone a mile away is like, yeah!
And apparently their cheering is not louder than her speaking.
It's insane. It's kind of nuts.
Now this is a long bus fight, by the way.
Clearly, and it also looks like you're running low on dudes.
Yeah.
Now, last time you fought a thing that was, I mean, this is basically a weapon, a Final Fantasy weapon, right?
Yeah, I guess. Well, this is just the boss for this mission. I'm still on the same mission, by the way.
Yeah, you are. You are. I take back what I said about short missions. I was wrong.
Okay.
So, what was I about to say?
This guy has ammo. Nice. Go ahead.
Yo, I was saying, like, yeah, you've been, like, fucking working at him for a while, and, like, I remember the, what was it, Brahmin from Peeve 2? Do you remember Brahmin, the big thing monster that took over the town?
Yeah.
Has rapid regeneration abilities.
Like, that was a multi-encounter, multi-level, multi-complex like, sort of boss.
Yeah.
that-
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
It was kind of interesting how they handled it. It was like phases in a way. I think that they were kind of going for that here, where you run away from it at first and then eventually are able to fight it off, but this almost feels more like a Monster Hunter kill.
But this is the same monster from the concert, by the
Yeah,
way.
I remember. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm really running out. But I'm almost
You
finished.
can get liberation though. Oh wait, it's almost dead.
Oh no, I have to go upstairs. That sucks. Okay, I think somebody just, I just got a recruit.
Were you getting liberation for like not shooting just now?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't think so. Is that ammo? Please tell me that's ammo. Yes! Alright.
Oh, it does all of them?
Yes.
Oh, that's
That's why I didn't pick it earlier. Like I was making sure that I did what I needed.
That's crazy good.
I think we're almost done.
You don't even have to worry about like
Oh no. Don't
individual gun
die.
ammo. Huh. That's extremely generous.
But I'm at a point where I unlocked the cheat of having unlimited ammo also. So that's
Oh, it's like an active cheat you can turn on.
yeah, which I really needed on harder difficulty because like you run out of ammo really fast, right?
Does it
So,
reduce your score?
which I don't care. I just want to clear.
But does it?
It should. Yeah, it should. Yeah.
Okay. Why not? Oh, you got liberation.
Oh, I do. Let's do it. Oh yeah. I hate this camera because I cannot
This
see.
is good. It has rapid regeneration abilities.
Normal attacks are used.
I'm trying to. There
Use
we go.
overdrive kill to finish it off.
Almost there.
The exclamation marks in the subtitles up top, they look like forward slashes, and they're bugging me. Just saying. So like, yeah,
Let's finish this.
like if you wanted to look me in the face and lie to me and tell me that this thing used to be like an armadillo, I'd believe it.
You'd believe it?
I'd believe it. I'd take it as a stretch, but I'd believe it. Cutscene kill? Oh.
No, that was.
Spoken like a true professional.